Gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Newsbeat presented to you by ladies like Follow the beat from the studio to the street. Info with the flow, keep you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news, follow. France and Rwanda share a bitter history. After the genocide, Rwanda claimed that France carried out partial responsibility for the killing of 800,000 Tutsis. Then President Mitterrand was close to President Habyarimana, and that is why France was accused for aiding Interahamwe militia. But when Francois Hollande became the new president, he told Rwandese he would declassify secret documents to show what really happened and to remain transparent. In Rwanda, French is no longer the official language. In 2007, Rwanda moved to English, sending France a strong message. Hopefully, the released documents will lead to big revelations and a better understanding of the tragedy faced by a small nation. It will ease tensions between Paris and Kigali and help shed light on the key moments in history, including the role of French forces who operated in Rwanda separately, as well as accusation of armed deliveries. Although the UN had banned weapons from being sold to Rwanda, France was still shipping weapons undercover. Hollande hopes this gesture will draw the countries closer, but experts say it might improve the relation, but very unlikely will it change this country's position. Every after 5 years, Ugandans go for presidential elections. Our reporter Blessed Sun is here with the details.
In 1962, Uganda became democratic, a nation where people are free to choose who will rule their country. Every 5 years, Ugandans go to vote, electing a president that will answer all their hopes. But running a fair elections is not easy. That's the importance of the voters registry. Voting is for everyone as long as you're a registered Ugandan. But if your name is not on the books, when election time comes, you'll be left out of the booth. You have until 30th April to go and check that your name is in the voters registry. If you have been in the registry in the past, you have to check to make sure everything is intact. So if you are 18 and above and you care about your country, make sure to check your votability by confirming your name is in the official registry. And only then will you feel that you are part of a democracy. I'm Blessed Sun reporting for Newsbeat.
Thank you, Blessed Sun, for that report. Corruption is no longer taken for granted. Our reporter Sino MC is here with the details.
Times are hard for Hodoma, who was once Israeli Prime Minister, accused of taking bribes from a US businessman. This might be the end of the veteran politician. He was found guilty on grounds of corruption and could be sentenced for 6 years in prison and not return to politics for many years to come. His dues were enrolled by his longtime assistant, who gave the judge the recordings of the evidence. The prosecutor says justice was done. The battle against corruption is long and stubborn. It takes a long time, but at last justice prevails. Now a Hodoma will have to go to jail. Corruption, even a small bribery, can sometimes have a great impact on history. Omar had done a lot of work to build peace with Palestine. The Middle East today might be in a better place. But when Benjamin Netanyahu won the elections, that was the end of the peace negotiations. I'm Sino MC, reporting for Newsbeat.
Thank you, Sino MC, for that report. Development is led by unreasonable people, leaders of countries, builders of cathedrals. In business too, you must be bold, never giving up or letting your ideas grow old. That's the spirit of Unreasonable East African, an organization that is supporting early stage ventures. They come from South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. 12 in total selected out of 180 companies in East Africa, selected for their business and social change agenda, helping in solving issues like global warming and poverty, while also being sustainable financially. They've been selected to their use of new technologies, their ability to reach millions of people, and their innovative strategies.
Unreasonable defines the kind of companies that we look to work with. Those that look at the way the world is right now, are not willing to settle for it and are willing to work against the scenarios that we have right now. The first thing we look at is the business model of the company in question and whether it is feasible, and then we look at how scalable it is to meaningfully benefit the lives of 1 million people each, and then lastly we look at the team and if it is the right kind of people to be growing that business. The
12 selected entrepreneurs will attend a special institute for 5 weeks long. They will be coached by mentors, attend workshops and meet with potential investors. All entrepreneurs are now seeking public support thanks to a crowdfunding platform that will reward their efforts. Among them, there is a Bifa, who is giving beekeeping skills to Ugandans, as well as bicycles against poverty, using lease to own these bicycles to generate opportunities. Let's hope all of them will raise the funds to attend this institute. and be rewarded for the courage and sometimes the unreasonable attitude. Now follow, lend me an ear as elections are getting near. You have a responsibility to check your votability. Verify your information on the local voters registry. It will be posted publicly until April 30th only. Go get your voter status sorted so that we all can vote in February. Quickly act your responsibility and check your votability. That was the news on the beat. Next week will be another hit, still ladies like. Reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.